John walked into the supermarket to buy wine, when suddenly two robbers with guns rushed in.
Everybody down! On the ground! Now! Get the hell down!
They ordered the sales clerk to open the cash register ready to loot everything, but John remained completely calm, continuing to choose wine. Then the bald robber pointed a gun at him, but John instead grabbed the shotgun, pressing it directly against his own heart, and told the robber to shoot quickly.
Come on, come on, come on, come on! Shoot it! Shoot me! Shoot!
The accomplice, seeing this, took out a knife to stab John, but was easily subdued by him. However, he didn't kill the two. Instead, he took a bottle of wine, pulled a stack of dollars from the robber's pocket, and turned to leave. John was highly skilled in martial arts because he was a retired Special Forces soldier who would lifting weights 10,000 times and doing 5,000 sit-ups every day to keep his body strong. Now he lived with his sister Cindy, and their relationship was very close. But one day John received a call saying that Cindy had been severely beaten by a group of gangsters and was now lying in the ICU. John quickly rushed to the hospital and saw the unconscious Cindy. The police told John that Cindy should have offended the local gang, but the reason was unclear for the time being. Then he followed the police to the beach where Cindy was found, hoping to find some clues but got nothing. When he returned to the ward, an Asian female nurse was changing Cindy's medicine. After she left, Cindy suddenly convulsed all over, obviously poisoned. John hurried to chase her, but couldn't find the Asian female nurse. After rescue efforts, Cindy survived, and the hospital staff told John that there was no Asian female nurse among the staff here. John understood that someone wanted to kill Cindy. To thoroughly investigate the matter, catch the killer, and avenge Cindy, he then found Cindy's friend Mike. Mike said that John's sister was a charity worker who had always been helping the poor here, and didn't understand who she had offended. Then Mike brought Cindy's work notebook, perhaps with some clues inside. That night John, while drinking, carefully looked through Cindy's work notebook and found a copy paper. After wiping the paper back and forth, a phone number appeared. John took out his phone and immediately called it. The person who answered was named Bruno, and the two agreed to meet at a cafe the next day. When they met the next day, Bruno said he was a photographer and that Cindy had asked him to take photos of people in the slums. Then he told John that Cindy had recently been investigating a case of a missing girl. Last week she told Bruno that she had found someone who knew the clues, and asked him to secretly take some photos when meeting that person. Bruno said he had given the photos to Cindy, and then prepared to leave. John pretended to hug Bruno to express his gratitude, but stole a USB drive from Bruno's pocket. Just as Bruno was about to drive away, the car suddenly exploded, killing him. John was also shocked and turned around to see the Asian female nurse who had tried to poison Cindy the other day. She ran when she saw John, and John hurried to chase her, but was driven away by her. Then a black car came, and several masked gangsters with guns opened fire on John. John quickly took cover, picked up the security guard's gun, fought four opponents alone with a car as cover, and defeated the other side. After returning, John found his friend Manny. Checking Bruno's USB drive, they found some photos showing Cindy talking to a man, and the reflection on the car window had the name of a nightclub. After finding the address, John went there alone, looked for the person in the photo among the crowd with his phone, and quickly found the person in the photo, but there were burly bodyguards around. John didn't want to cause trouble, so he followed the man when he went to the toilet, kicked the bodyguard at the door unconscious, went in and punched the man, took out Cindy's photo and asked if he knew her, but the man denied it. John, seeing he was unrepentant, pushed his head into the toilet. Under torture, the man immediately gave in, saying he had met Cindy, and the reason Cindy met him was to investigate the missing girl case, but the person who wanted to kill Cindy was not him but his client. Then John took the man's box. In the car, Manny found that the box was full of forged shipping manifests, obviously smuggling goods. The two drove to a manor, and John walked in alone. Before he found anything unusual, someone spotted him and notified the female killer who had pretended to be a nurse. At the same time, John was taken to the second floor by a man, and found a group of girls getting out of the car downstairs. At this time, the man behind took out a wire to strangle him but was knocked down by John in a second. Then he continued to sneak into the house and found the girls locked in the room, but just as he was about to save them, he was surrounded by a group of bodyguards. Seeing no way to escape, John had to take action and successfully dealt with all the bodyguards with his superb fighting skills. But when he wanted to leave, two policemen pointed guns at him. John explained the whole story and took them to the room where the girls were detained, only to find no one there. At this time John opened the box and showed the smuggling list inside to Sheriff Jack, saying that the criminal group wanted to smuggle the girls abroad, but Jack said that he only needed to hand over the box to him and the police would rescue the girls. John handed the box to Jack and was about to leave by car, but after going out, he realized something was wrong because Jack asked him to give Mr. Lima's box to him, but John had never told Jack that the owner of the box was Lima. Obviously Jack was in cahoots with the criminal group, so he immediately returned. At the same time the female killer came to the hospital again to kill Cindy, but was shot dead by the police who had been lying in wait. On the other side, John followed Jack to the smuggling factory, and saw Jack hand the box to the gang leader. John first called the police, then sneaked into the cargo container but was discovered. John was not flustered at all, with one person and one gun, killing everyone he saw. Soon he met the gang leader holding a Japanese samurai sword, and 3 people surrounded John wanting to kill him but being defeated by John one by one. Finally holding 2 steel pipes he defeated the gang leader. When the police arrived, the girls were all rescued. Fortunately, John's sister also woke up successfully. Looking at his sister beside him, John showed a long-lost smile. Everything he had done had paid off. Would you like to have such a good brother?